And in this webinar series, we are going to implement a DevSecOps pipeline. In this series, we are going to learn how we can implement different kind of DevOps tools as well as security tools. So let's check what we are going to learn in this series. In the first video, we are going to learn how we can implement a cloud environment for our CI/CD pipeline, and over to that, we will implement a basic pipeline. In this pipeline, we are going to fetch source code from our GitHub repository and build from Jenkins tools. After that, if build succeed, it will go and deploy to the prod server. Tomcat will be our prod server. Then, when our basic pipeline is ready, we are going to implement security part into it. The main idea about the security implementation is that we are not going to take some of the tools and implement it. The basic idea is to learn how we can implement any tools in our pipeline. So when the security part is ready, then we will have a secure DevSecOps pipeline. So let's check our simple CI/CD pipeline architecture. Here you can see this is our GitHub repository for source control, and Jenkins we are using for CI/CD tools, and Maven for build and Artifactory because we are using Java for our demo purpose, and then Tomcat as a prod server. So when any commit happens here, Jenkins will pull that and it will build the war file because it is Java project, and it will save it here. Then it will deploy that war file to the prod server. So let's check it in AWS console. So here we are on this AWS management console, and right now we will go on EC2 console, and here we will create two instances, one for Jenkins and one for Tomcat server. So creating this instance, we will go and launch, click on launch instance. Then we will have to choose the AMI. Here we can choose any AMI. I am going to choose Amazon Linux AMI 2. So right now we can choose the instance type. I am going to choose here t2.medium. You can choose whatever you want, but for Jenkins server I am recommending t2.medium because it needs a little bit more compute power. So next we are going to configure our instance details. I am not going to configure anything else here. Here you can configure network, subnet, and all the things. Just I will configure it to 2 instances. Next, here I can add the storage, but 8 GB is enough for us. So right now I am not going to add any more storage. If you want, you can add storage from here or either from here. Next is the add tag. So you can add tag to your instance, but I am skipping this. And next one is the most important part guys. Here when you create new security group, by default SSH port is enabled, but for Tomcat as well as Jenkins server we need 8080 port should open. So we are going to add one more security rules, that is custom TCP rule, and it will open 8080 port. And right now I am going to select anywhere, but it is not recommended for the security purpose. Then go and review. Here you can see all the configuration what we have configured earlier. You can check the instance details, storage, tags, everything. So click on launch and it will ask for key pairs. If you have an existing key pair like me, so I have already 2 key pairs, so it is asking to choose any key pair. Either you can create your new key pair. So right now I am not going to create anything because I have already configured 2 servers for this demo purpose. Here you can see 2 servers running. So right now I am going Here you can see one for Jenkins and one for Tomcat, and both are the T2.media. So right now I'm going to check whether my Jenkins dashboard is running or not. I have already added both the IP in my host file, so I can directly connect with the name Jenkins and Tomcat. Then we will go here. Here you can see our jobs are here. Check our web app. This is Tomcat server, so it is up and running, and I have already got the web app here. So here is the web app which is currently deployed. So what I am going to do here is I will edit some code, and then we will see how this will fetch from repository, and will check, build and deploy to the. I'm going to change this text, this code. So let's connect with the Jenkins. First we will create a new job. For the creation of new job, we are going to new items, and here we will select pipeline job. We are creating a pipeline job, so that's why I'm selecting the pipeline. So here we can connect DevOps. I'm giving name DevSecOps demo. Okay, so it is creating. I'm selecting this option, discard old build. It will discard all the old build, but I need to keep 2 builds, so I'm giving this number 2. And yes, it is a GitHub project, so I'm selecting this one, and I need to give the URL. Go and copy this URL. So right now in the build trigger section, we will select the GitHub hook trigger from Git SCM polling. So what it will do, Jenkins will poll the repository during some time interval, and if any commit happens, any changes happen, that time it will poll the code from GitHub repository, and it will build and deploy to the Tomcat server. So next thing is poll CM. Here we can choose in what time interval we need to poll the SCM. So I am giving 5 star. That means it will poll every minute. Here you can see it is giving as a warning. Do you really means every minute when you say 5 stars? Yes. And for more time interval, you can go and select this one, help file. Here you can see everything is there. It will be helpful. And next is the pipeline section. When you select the pipeline script here, you can go directly write it here, your pipeline script or automation script, and it will go and automate your process. But we are not going to write it here. We are going to select pipeline script from SCM. As our Jenkins file, this is the automation script here. So I am going to select this, and we are going to select Git because we are using the Git. And next we have to give repository URL. So it will check and connect. If it is a private repository, it will ask credential, but it is not a private repository. That's why it's connected automatically. And here is, you can see, it's given the master branch and the script path is Jenkins file. So here we are on the master branch and the script Jenkins file. So it is okay. Right now I'm going to apply and save. So here is our pipeline is ready. In some minutes, few moments, it will automatically fetch and deploy the data. So right now we are going to check here. Right now it will not change anything because the repository is the same, code is the same. So you can see here it is polling and it is building. So when we go to the blue ocean dashboard, you can see all the things. See, it is build succeeded, and when we go to that dashboard, it will see all the things here. Here, whatever it has done using Maven for Java project, and then the build in the build phase in the repository. And as I said, it is a making a war file, web.war, and then this war file will deploy to the Tomcat server. So here you can see this is deployed to the Tomcat server. Now we haven't changed anything, so it will not reflect it here. It will show the previous one. So here you can see it is the same as earlier. Now we will go and change this text and commit. So let's see what happens. We are now going to connect with Jenkins. So as I said earlier, I have already saved my Jenkins IP in my host file. So I am using the Jenkins name directly to connect it. So here I am connected. And this is the web directory. You can see here index.jsp. I am going to edit this. Here you can see this text which I am going to edit. The same text is here, this section. So I am going to delete this DevSecOps demo. Save. Now I am adding whatever changes I have made, and it in locally. Right now I am going to push it to the remote repository, and when changes happen there, the Jenkins will fetch them from there. It is pushing, guys. So let's go and check here. It will take some time to refresh and pull that. So here you can see it is started building. See, it started building, and then it has deployed to the Tomcat server. When we go to this build section, you can check it here. It already created a war file, and here it has deployed this war file to the Tomcat server. Let's check and go. So just we need to refresh it. Here you can see our changes has been applied. Yes, our changes have been applied. So this is our basic pipeline, guys, and in this next video series we will integrate security part into it. So bye bye for now. Thank you.